Hi guys, welcome back to my humble workshop. And today I'm going to start a new project. I've recently acquired something interesting. I'm going to unpack it now and show it to you. This is a guitar, or to be exact, it's a part of a guitar. It's a guitar with no neck. And I'm going to adjust another neck to this guitar and tell you what exactly I'm going to do, what is the reason behind this, and then I'll show the process. Maybe not today. Today we will start to do something, and then later I'll make some more videos about this project. So let's get started. Let's unpack this guitar. Look what we have. This is a dreadnought guitar body, a Western guitar. A cheap, affordable Chinese guitar. There used to be a narrow neck with a truss rod here, but its seller lost it somewhere and I only managed to buy the body. So what I'm going to do, I have some old Soviet guitar necks and I'll use one of them. You may ask me what is the reason why I decided to do so. There are many people in our country who are not used to narrow necks. They just cannot play chords. It's not enough room for their fingers here because old Soviet guitars all were made with wide necks. It's somewhere from 48 to 52 millimeters. And nowadays, you can hardly ever meet a guitar, an acoustic guitar, a dreadnought guitar, with a neck wider than, say, 42, 44, 45 millimeters for affordable price. Usually, such guitars cost quite a penny. Because they are produced especially for those playing fingerstyle. It's quite a sophisticated technique for guitarists with high demand to their instruments quality. So such guitars are very expensive. But if you play on and off just a number of chords, you don't understand what a good guitar sound at all. You just take your guitar from out the wardrobe to play once in a while, maybe when you have guests at home, to sing some your favorite songs, and that's it. And there is difficult for such people to buy the guitar that is comfortable to play, and at the same time it's not very old cracked guitar, just a modern beautiful guitar. So that's why I decided to do this. I'll use this modern body and this old neck. Well, what should you pay attention when doing such things? It's the guitar's scale length. Traditionally, we have a 14th fret here on the border of the body, but to understand what the scale length is supposed to be, we have to measure it to the 12th fret. So let's see what we have here. The 12th fret. This neck is for a scale length of 62 centimeters. And where the 14th fret is supposed to be is here, plus approximately 3.5. So let's see what we have here. 29 and plus 3.5 is 32.5. So this original scale length is supposed to be 65 centimeters, but we have a shorter neck, so it means that we should either tear off the bridge and move it closer, or we should break this tradition to put the 14th fret in here. We should move our neck a little bit forward. Um, well, let's see how strong it's glued here. It looks all right. Actually, let's assess this body to diagnose any other hidden problems. It sounds with no buzzing. I'm going to put my hand into it and touch everything. The guitar seems to be not damaged inside. All bracing is in its place. It's glued properly. Nothing wobbly, nothing popping off. So I think I'm not going to tear off its bridge. Besides, this soundboard looks nice. It's veneered in spruce plywood. I'll probably try and save it in this condition. Let's check if our necks are the same. Yeah, exactly. I'll probably move the neck a little bit backward. And then, well, there is an interesting idea that just crossed my mind. I'll maybe cut off an angle here and make it look like exactly the 14th fret is here, but it goes at an angle. I'll think about it. Well, and there used to be a truss rod here, but in these old necks we don't have truss rods, but they're very thick. And this is also a part of a demand of those old school guitarists from my country. They like when the neck is thick, wide, right for their big hands. So I'm not going to put a truss rod. Usually when I use such necks for making a classical guitar, I make them thinner. But since they are designed on purpose to withstand the high tension of steel strings, I'll leave it. This shape and size, it will work quite well. It's not going to bend under the strings pressure. So you may say it's not a good idea to use a neck without a truss rod so that people couldn't adjust the action. Well, when you are talking about high quality acoustic guitar for a professional guitarist, of course, this is not the right way. But here, this guitar is going to be very affordable for somebody who can play only a number of chords, and they probably have this old Soviet era guitar at home and they want to buy something new. I'll probably make this guitar for such people with not a demand for perfect setup. No, it's going to be a very simple guitar. I Let's check which neck to use. They are quite straight. Oh, here we have very interesting frets. They are big. They seem to be made of bronze. It's a very expensive and hard material, but the quality leaves very much to be desired. It's actually a big problem of many things produced in the USSR. People understood what that the frets should be hard, that the soundboard should be made of solid wood to get better sound, and in their standards they used right decisions, but say industrial culture was very poor, and factory workers just wasted expensive metal for frets, expensive wood for guitars, soundboards. It's a big problem. I want to share a story. Uh, I'm an optical engineer by my education. When studying at university, my one of my professors told us a story that many years ago, in Soviet era times, Japan started to buy Soviet mineral water in extremely great amount, and these mineral water producers were very happy with this. And then later, it came to the light. It became clear that they didn't buy this water just for drinking. They somehow realized that the bottles this water was sold in was made of very expensive glass, quartz glass. Normally, window pane doesn't let ultraviolet light through, and this kind of glass is much more expensive than traditional window glass. And yeah, Japanese people just managed to buy it much cheaper. It is just part of Soviet mentality to squander your chances mm, to build great business. I think it's all due to a lack of education, communism ideas, I think. Well, let's get back to our project. So what I will do, I will change its headstock design, but not in the way I do when making a classical guitar. I'll make it flat. I'll I'll seal these slots, and I'll put machine heads that stick out from here like this. I'm probably going to show it to you. And it's going to be something like this. They will stick out. I'll make it thinner. You see here. Let's try and cut off the heel right now to be able to put it in its proper place. Here we have its original heel. I'll probably leave it here and cut off this one. Let's do it right now. Here I have this rough saw, but it will make the job quicker. It's made of beech. Something interesting in here. It looks like there used to be a hole and they sealed it. Let's try and put it now in the right place. So it's going to be something like this. Let's fix it with a clamp and see what the guitar is going to look like upon finishing this project. See what we have. 31 and a half. 31. Let's move it forward like this. Almost 32. Yeah, it's going to be something like this. Yeah, I think it's not a big deal that the 14th fret is shifted half a centimeter backward. Also, what we need to pay attention to the next angle. Since we are not going to use a truss rod, it's very important to find a proper angle. It's going to get down. Yeah, I'll have to cut off some material from here, the chisel. Let's also try and do it right now. Well, roughly done. It's kind of a preliminary way. Let's see what you have now. So now it's much better, but not enough. Well, guys, I think it's enough me rambling for now. Let's call it a day. I'll get back to this project later. Well, just let me know, guys, in the comment section what you think about this project. If there is a demand for such guitars, I mean, with big body, steel strings, and wide neck in your country, here in Belarus, as well as in Russia and probably Ukraine and some other former Soviet states. Yeah, there is quite great demand for such guitars. I know that people often ask Chopper Systems if they have such guitars in stock. So, guys, goodbye. Take care. See you later.